Hello you guys, what is up? Welcome back. I hope everyone watching is doing well. I hope you guys are all taking care of yourselves and staying safe. If you're looking for a personal reading, I do have those available in my description box. If they're out of stock, please do just message me and I will set you up with something in the future. It may take me a while to get back, but I will get back to you. So today's pick a card, as you guys can tell by the title, today's pick a card is going to be a pick a card all about the next significant changes happening in your life. I am very pumped to get started, but before I show you the piles, I do have to put this disclaimer out there. Tarot is a divination tool. It's an intuitive practice, so please guys, take what resonates and obviously leave what does not. There's nuance to every conversation. I'm very aware that there's nuance to many different conversations, you guys. And when I'm speaking in general, not because I'm giving you the full scope of my views on something or my full understanding of a particular situation, but just for the sake of time, I have to speak in general. So keep that in mind throughout the reading. With that, you guys, here's a clip of the piles right now. Alright, you guys, these are the three piles. We have group 1 with the selenite, group 2 with the amethyst, and group number 3 with the pearls. If you guys need a moment to meditate on which pile is calling your name, you guys are free to do that right now. And if you want to pick more than one pile, you guys are always welcome to do so. Alright, you guys, I've now picked your pile. Please go ahead and check out my description box where I've left you guys timestamps for when you're reading will start. With that, let's go ahead and jump into today's pick a card. Hello, group number 1. Welcome to your guys' reading. We're going to start off with the zodiac dice, you guys. Also, again, if you are wanting personal reading, those are in the description box. Message me if they're out of stock. The dice are dessert. Gemini and Capricorn. Hello, Gemini. Hello, Capricorn. Leo and Virgo. Libra and Scorpio. Aries and Libra. Okay. So, you guys, let's go ahead and get started. We have the 7 of Cups as our first card that came out for you guys. Now, this can be a really, really positive thing. This could also be negative at times. And the reason why this can be negative at times is because this is representing options, right? And obviously, when you think about it conceptually, like having options always sounds like a good idea. However, when you have a lot of options, it can distract you or it can create confusion around like what is the actual right decision, right? And that's essentially the warning that comes with this card. Not all that glitters is gold. Do not pick or do not choose something just because it looks nice or just because you want bragging rights. This requires a lot of attention. This requires a careful or a steady hand when it comes to making this decision, okay? So the changes that are happening for you, I see you having more options or you having more availability to choose. With that though, there also is coming confusion. There's also coming like, oh, I don't know which one to choose. I don't know what to do. Which again, like sounds like a good thing, but when you're presented with a lot of options and then you have the inability to see things clearly because you have so many options, it's like, what choice do I make? And am I going to make the wrong choice? So there's that. We also have the 10 of Wands, which is burdens. So just based on these first two cards, you guys, what I'm getting, this seems to be very work oriented or have to do with your education. So I don't know if you are applying to universities or if you're applying to colleges and you are getting accepted to a lot of them and you're like, which one do I choose? I don't know which one to do. That is very possible. Also, you guys, I would see the 10 of Wands as an energy of like, yes, responsibilities, yes, burdens, but also it's like, this is a big choice. This is a big decision that we're needing to make. And through this decision, like we are sculpting or we are paving a path for our future. This 10 of Wands is again representing a lot of responsibility, a lot of burdens, it's heaviness. It's just saying like I have a lot on my plate, essentially, is the 10 of Wands. We also have Judgment here. And I feel like the obvious like wording with this is like other people judging you, you judging yourself perhaps in a particular situation. The definition of this card speaks about morals and ethics and like, are you brave enough to stand in alignment with your morals and ethics, or are you going to go with the crowd? Like, this is really a test of character when Judgment comes out. So there could be a test of your character. I don't know If this has to do with the options, I'm assuming because we're still in the tarot, this has to do with the options that are being presented to you, testing your character. If this was a personal relationship or a romantic relationship, I don't want to say this because it just sounds so like, the way that I would verbalize this with the sequence of cards that just came out. If this is talking about a romantic relationship, are you choosing to be with somebody just because they're attractive? Are you choosing to be with somebody just because they have a lot of money? Are your morals and ethics in alignment with the decision that you're making, or are you making the decision because, again, you're being blinded by like what's pretty or what looks appealing on the outside? Same thing perhaps with your career. There are certain career fields that I would say are extremely misaligned with my morals and my ethics, and if I were to participate in those careers, I would be extraordinarily hypocritical. I'd be extraordinarily unaligned with what my belief system is. So my point in saying all this is making sure that the decisions that you are making in this next chapter, making sure that the decisions that you are making through this choice that's being presented to you, you have to make sure it's in alignment with your morals and your ethics. I'm sorry, you guys. I have my moon cycle coming up. So I have a heating pad on my uterus, which is fun. We have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands, you guys, is talking about expansion and growth, right? So this is really, really positive. Again, for most of you, this is feeling in alignment or connected to a work situation or connected to a situation with your education. The way that I want to verbalize this, it's like you're experiencing growth, you're experiencing expansion in this area of life. However, again, it's coming with a lot of responsibility, it's coming with a lot of pressure, it's coming with a lot of expectations, I feel like, from other people as well. We have slow and steady. So this is going to be a slow and steady progression in regards to your career or, again, your education. For some of you, you're deciding you want to be a lawyer, you want to be a doctor, maybe you want to be a judge, you want to do something that you want to get your doctorate, you want to do something that is going to require a significant amount of time and energy put towards this goal, and it may feel like you are walking backwards, or it may feel like you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and you're just like, oh my gosh, like I'm trying to climb this mountain, I'm trying to achieve my goals, and it's just taking so freaking long. With this card, I always like to say, like, baby steps are still steps forward, and even if it's slow progression, you're still progressing. Okay, and then we have the Two of Pentacles, and this is a very, like, just straight to the point card. Again, this is telling me you guys are having a lot of responsibilities through this change or through this evolution that's taking place in your life, through this expansion that's taking place in your life. You are experiencing burdens, you're experiencing more responsibilities. So there's a need here for us to, like, find balance in our new reality, our new responsibilities, and that may prove to be a bit difficult. So overall, what is the message based on just the tarot? You guys are having options or multiple choices pop up into your life. Again, I don't really care if this is romantic, professional, or with your education. It doesn't really matter, like, what area of life this is in. That is honestly for you to determine what area of life I'm talking about. But whatever it is, we are experiencing, again, options, burdens, feeling like we have so many responsibilities. Our morals and ethics are being challenged, or we are being called to stand in alignment with what we believe in. We're being tested in regards to our morals and our ethics. We have the Three of Wands. This is growth and expansion. King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. This is oh my gosh, that is the King of Pentacles. Stop it. Okay, I really thought this was the Knight. The King of Pentacles is abundance, stability, consistency. Okay, so through the growth, through the expansion, you guys are also experiencing this, like, prosperity, okay, or this blessing of sorts. And then again, responsibilities that we're trying to balance. So there's a few different scenarios that I could look at this as, you guys. Again, from a work standpoint, I would see this as going into a position in which you are Yes, you're making more money. Yes, you're in a higher position, but you also have more responsibilities. Perhaps you're working later. Perhaps you are experiencing more exhaustion with work, although you're being paid more, although you are in a better position. You're like, oh my God, but I'm like always working, or I have like so many responsibilities. For others of you, this is literally pregnancy. This is having options, right? If you live in the Western world, in a state that allows, you obviously have options to do what you want with your body. Obviously, carrying a child can be very taxing on a woman's body. Staying in alignment with your morals and your ethics, that can go really either way, guys. I'm not making a stance on that. Actually, I will make a stance on that. Like, women should do what they want to do with their bodies. That's my stance on that. Growth and expansion, stability, right? Responsibility, consistency, and then trying to like figure out this new life, this new balance that has, or this new responsibility that has come into your life. If this has to do with love and relationships, guys, again, I'm just seeing this as potentially getting into a new relationship and really having your morals or your ethics being challenged, really asking yourself, does this person stay in alignment with what I believe in? Growing the relationship, having consistency, responsibilities through being in a relationship, and then again, trying to navigate this new dynamic. People oftentimes think that like romantic partnerships are not, like it doesn't require responsibility, but in order to be in a like adult relationship, like there is a level of responsibility that comes with that. We have your first oracle card is doable, and it says the key is within your grasp. So for those of you where this is a career situation, I'm very much seeing this as you working really hard, or you like going through a lot of pain, a lot of difficulty to achieve what it is you are wanting to achieve with your career. And I really do just see this, you guys, as like busting through pain, like working through the pain, working through the difficulties. As you guys can see here, this woman has put her hand through the window, through some glass, and she's trying to like reach the key. The key is representing your dreams. The key is representing your goal, okay? This is telling me that in order to reach your goal, which I do think this group is reaching their goals, there's pain involved, okay? And I've already said this because we have that 10 of Wands, which is burdens, which is delays, which is having a heavy load on your back. So that is what this is also saying. Oh. We also have a pause in your journey. It's so interesting to me that I was reading the King of Pentacles as the Knight of Pentacles, because that is essentially like what this card is saying. Like, things may be progressing slower than you're wanting them to. Things may be moving along in a way that is perhaps a bit slower, or it may feel like, oh my God, this is taking forever. So be prepared for that. We have devotion, which I love to see this here. I see this as making a declaration of like, okay, I have finally, like I've made my decision and I'm dedicated to it. Like I am sticking to my guns. So this decision, you guys, this like choice that you have coming into your life, it's extremely important that you are being thorough with your analysis of this decision, okay? Because once you make this choice, like you are dedicating yourself to this choice. You are dedicating yourself to this path. So I'm not trying to say that to scare anybody or to be like, be careful. Don't make a wrong decision. I'm not saying it like that, guys. But I am saying once you make that choice, you are extremely dedicated to it. So just make sure that like, you know, you're really understanding what you're getting yourself into before you're just diving on in. We have the flower bouquet, and this is potential. Again, potential for success, potential for abundance, potential for love, potential for, again, growing a life. This isn't really telling us much other than there's potential for success, okay, in one way, shape, or form. Interesting. Distant horizons. Some of you, this is interesting. Some of you have a desire to study abroad. And you don't know if this is going to make your life easier or harder. You don't know if this is the right decision. I feel like, for those of you who have lived your life extremely sheltered, for those of you who struggle with anxiety, for those of you who have lived a life that has, and when I say sheltered, I don't necessarily mean you've lived a good life. I mean sheltered as in like you've never gotten a taste of freedom. You've never gotten a taste of being on your own. For those of you who feel like there's a part of you that's like wanting to break free, that's wanting to come out of your shell. I would see this as like a need to explore. And again, specifically for those of you who are thinking about studying abroad, I think that would be a really good opportunity for you to break out of your shell, to experience new things. With this as well, though, some of you may be feeling called to make significant moves, specifically to like different countries. Okay, I'm not necessarily seeing this as like a short, like I'm gonna move to the city over, or I'm gonna move to the state over. It feels more like we are getting on a plane and we are moving our stuff. Like we are switching countries. Okay, we are becoming citizens of a different land. Expats, immigrants of a different land. Okay. And then we have journey. We're getting on the trolley. Interesting. Okay, so again, I do think some of you are having a desire to like physically pick up your stuff and move. If you've been considering this move, you guys do it. And I feel like that may be where the decision is lying, right? That may be, okay, that kind of makes sense based on everything else that's here, right? Like having a big choice in front of you and needing to gain as much information as you possibly can to make this decision. This is providing us with burdens and new responsibilities. Filing paperwork to live in a different country is hella work. Like that is so much responsibility and it's so stressful. Judgment, right? Making sure that where we're moving is in alignment with our morals and our ethics. Because if you move to a country that isn't in alignment with your morals and your ethics, you guys, like that's not a good time. Or a different state or a different province or a different city. Like that's not a good time, you know? Like personally for me, I live in the United States. There are certain states I would never in 100 million years even think about living in. Like I would choose to go to a different country prior to moving to certain states. So anyways, we've got the Three of Wands. All right. This is again, expansion. It makes sense that if you're moving abroad, that there is expansion taking place in your life. Potential for prosperity, potential to be able to make more money. Job opportunities. Some of you may have job opportunities or job offers in different countries or in different regions that are going to provide you with more cash, more money. We have balance as well. I don't see this as you guys stepping into a phase in which you are balanced. I see this as your guys' life being turned upside down and completely turning like everything on its head. And then trying to regroup, trying to figure out like, okay, what is my new normal? What is my new reality? And how can I like level my energy out? Okay. And some of you guys have people in your ear telling you like, oh, you can't do that. Like that's impossible. Like that's like, you're dumb for even trying to pursue that. Tell them to shut up. Tell them to literally shut up, because 100% like your goals, your dreams, your aspirations are doable. And the people around you, if there are people around you who are telling you that you can't do it or that you're dreaming too big or that this is like, you want to move abroad, like that is crazy. Tell them to shut up. Tell them I said to shut up, because and that is not acceptable. You guys can do this. We have shadow self as well. I find this interesting, okay? Because a lot of people, when they're speaking about like shadow work and they're speaking about their shadow side, they speak about it in a way where it's like, I need to confront my shadow side so then it's like gone, or so then I'm not like dealing with this. Your shadow is always going to be a part of you. It's being able to recognize the parts of yourself that are the shadow or that are more negative or that is dark, right? The part of yourself that is dark, the part of yourself that holds negativity and darkness. And we all have it. And anybody who says otherwise is either a narcissist or they're just lying or they have not done their shadow work. We all have darkness within us. We all have light within us. It's just there's duality to all of us. Even the worst of us, and even the best of us. So with this shadow work or this shadow self, for some of you, I'm almost seeing this as being a very empowering thing to confront your shadow or to recognize the faults within yourself or where you are falling short. The reason for this, you guys, is because this allows you to take back your power. If we are constantly projecting our problems onto other people or onto outside situations, and again, there's nuance to this conversation, you guys. There's certain scenarios that are popping up in my head that I completely understand that like, This isn't the case for all. So again, this is why I put this disclaimer in the beginning. There's nuance to everything. But for the majority of you watching this, it is empowering for you to be able to turn that on itself and to be like, okay, what am I doing to contribute to my unhappiness? What am I doing? How am I allowing myself to still be in this position? Or how am I contributing to things in my life that I want to change, or things in my life that I'm unhappy with? So confronting the shadow, I think, may be very important during this process as well. And I think that's something that is changing for a lot of you. You're choosing to like look at your shadow. You're choosing to make significant changes, okay? We have envy. Remind yourself that no one has it all. It's okay to celebrate other successes. You truly are good enough, okay? So group number 1, you guys need to hear that you are good enough. You are good enough. And if you feel like life has not proven that to you as of yet, life is not over yet, okay? Like, you're still alive. You still have another day in front of you. You still have time to receive your blessings. You still have time to receive or to obtain your goals, okay? It's still doable, all right? So there's no need to be envious. I do feel like envy, any of you who are manifestors or who are into ritual work, I do feel, maybe not ritual work, I'm gonna take that back. Manifestations though, especially, I do feel like envy is something that can hinder manifestations from pulling through. So keep that in mind, or address that within yourself if that is something that you struggle with. Okay, we have the storyteller, viewpoints and control. Whenever I see this card, you guys, I automatically just go, we believe what we are conditioned to believe. And every single one of you like need to or recognize that and accept that we believe what we are conditioned to believe. And that doesn't go for one particular person or one particular group or another group. That goes for every single one of us on planet Earth. We believe what we are conditioned to believe until we start to question why we believe what we believe. So if you are questioning why you believe what you believe, why you want what you want, why your desires are what your desires are, start questioning that. I do feel like that's extremely important, especially for shadow work. And I think it's really interesting to me that shadow work has popped up and we have viewpoints and control. We believe what we are conditioned to believe. Things are not always what they seem. Group number 1, things are not always what they seem. That's another really important message with this card. Things are not always what they seem or what they appear to be. The Enchanter, deception and trickery. This is why it's so important. This is why I was talking about this, you guys. Your morals, your ethics are being pulled into question, okay? Your decision making is going to be playing a really big role in like the outcome of this situation, the outcome of this path that you are on. All right. And I don't want to say like you guys are falling victim to trickery or you guys are falling victim to deception, because I don't necessarily think that's the case. But I think that this is a message of keep your eyes open and question everything. We have the King as well. This says control, reversal of fortune. Interesting. Somebody's trying to exude their power over you. Somebody is trying, or perhaps a larger force is trying to exert power over you, or again, to condition your mind to accept certain things or to believe a particular... Hi, Thackeray. To believe a particular narrative. I think these 3 cards, you guys, are really in reference to the 7 of Cups and the decisions and the choices and the viewpoints that we need to question and analyze before making a decision or before going down a particular path, okay? And again, this isn't to scare you guys. I'm not trying to make it sound like there's like a boogeyman out to get you. But things are not always what they appear to be. And that is just... it is what it is, and I think that that's important to keep in mind when making decisions moving forward. We have the Apple. This is risk and reward. Risk and reward. Okay? So, here's the thing. Here's what I'm getting for you guys, group number 1. What is changing? What major changes are happening in your life? This is what I'm seeing, okay? For some of you, And it feels like more life-changing scenarios. Like it feels like some of you, again, are going to study abroad and you're questioning, like, should I do this? Is this the right decision? Is it not? Some of you are questioning if it's like the time for you to start a family, or if you're wanting to keep a family that you may already be in the process of starting. Some of you are questioning about moving for a job or pursuing something more for yourself. And there's this feeling of like, I don't know if I'm making the right decision. And my best advice for you based on the cards that are coming up is, number one, self-reflection is going to be so important in making this decision. Number two, other people's opinions need to not matter. You need to, again, look within yourself, but ask questions, okay? If somebody's coming to you and they're like, that's a dumb decision, why are you wanting to make that decision? Ask yourself, why are they saying that? Why is this person coming to me and saying that this is a dumb decision? Why are they saying that I shouldn't do A, B, and C? Question everything. Not everything is what it seems, so be aware of that as well. Do not go into the situation, do not move forward through this expansion, through this move, and think like everything is just going to be great. Things are not always what they seem. And it's extremely important that you guys keep your feet on the ground with making this decision. Also, again, with the narratives that are being spread or the opinions that are being shared with you, you need to ask why. Why, okay? Is this person sharing their opinion with me because they are trying to control my perspective? Like, that's what I'm getting, guys, okay? So, good luck. I'm wishing you guys the best with your expansion. I do feel like this expansion has a lot to do with like internal changes, more so than financial changes. Do you want to come say hi? Okay, bye. So yeah, ultimately, I just think that there's a lot of, come here, Took. Come here, Took. Say hi to group one. Say hi, group one. Anyways, there's a lot of changes going on, guys, and I think it's just extremely important to ask yourself why certain people are saying what they're saying. Keep in mind that your goals, your aspirations are within reach. For those of you who are wanting to move, it seems to me to be like a good idea. There is no reward without some risk. But keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open and ask questions. All right, group one, that's what I have for you. Thank you, guys. I love you. And I'll talk to you guys really soon. Okay, bye. Hello, group two. Welcome to your guys' reading. If you are looking for a personal reading, group two, I have those available in the description box. Interesting. Okay. This is positive. I love this. Okay. Let's go ahead, guys, and roll the dice. Sagittarius and Libra. Hello, Saggy. Hello, Libra. Capricorn and Pisces. Hello, Capricorn. Hello, Pisces. Aquarius and Leo. Hello, Aquarius. Hello, Leo. Leo again. I love you so much, baby. Okay. We also have Aries in the cards. Okay. So, because the overwhelming majority of the cards are cup cards, you guys, to me, that does signify an energy of like, this is talking about personal relationships, perhaps even romantic. Now, because this is not a love reading, this is not a work reading, this is not a abundance reading, this is more of a general, like, things that are changing and evolving for you in your life. You can take this however you want. You can take it however it applies. But I just want you to note that there's a lot of cups, which represents emotions, personal relationships. So first card is the Five of Cups. And I think that this is already past. I don't think this is at all relevant to your present or to what is evolving for you. I think this is representing where you came from. This is disappointment. This is sorrow. This is, I put so much work and effort into this situation just for it to turn out to be nothing. It's a heavy card. I personally hate this card. I'm just going to be super honest. And again, I feel like for the majority of you, this is talking about your past. And the reason why I think this is talking about your past is because we have the Hanged Man here, okay? And this particular reading is about the changes, right? The changes that are occurring in your life, the evolution that is about to take place. So I'm inclined to believe that you guys have been in a cycle of disappointment, of sadness, of things not working out, of feeling like it's mountain after mountain or climb after climb. The Hanged Man showing up is representing things standing still, okay? Being stuck in a cycle. Sometimes this also does reference a need to let go, a need to release. I do believe that purging I didn't mean to use that word. I do believe that purging is really positive. Not literally, but in regards to life. To be in a cycle of shed, right? To be in a cycle of letting go, I think is a beautiful thing. I think holding on to old can prove to be toxic, but this is representing a lack of momentum, you guys. And that is why I think that the Five of Cups is connected to your past, because I think that if it was something that was going to be a part of the change, then the Hanged Man wouldn't be here. So the Hanged Man is here. Moving on to this next chapter, we have the Emperor. And the Emperor is representing leadership, control, power, money, masculine energy, right? Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you're a man watching this, but I would say for those of you watching this, you are stepping into a phase in your life in which you feel more empowered, perhaps a phase in your life in which you have more control over your outcome or over your day-to-day. This could also be representing an energy of you guys increasing your income. Now, like I said in the beginning of this reading, the majority of the cards that came out are cup cards. So to me, the way that registers is emotional relationships. You could be taking a leadership role in your relationship. For those of you who are single, you could be entering into a relationship with this Emperor, okay? A masculine energied person, someone who's strong, someone who's a leader, somebody who perhaps enjoys making their own money, somebody who's abundant, especially because we have the Two of Cups, okay? And the Two of Cups is soulmates coming together. This is love, right? This is pure, beautiful, I am so in love with you and I cannot wait to share my life with you type of love. So again, I'm very much inclined to believe that this Emperor is connected to the Two of Cups. Either it's coming from your energy or it's coming from this other person's energy. Regardless of if you're a woman dating women or a man dating men, there is an Emperor here involved in the situation. Again, somebody who's a leader, somebody who likes being in control, somebody who is perhaps very abundant. We have the Six of Swords, and this to me is just confirmation that we are talking about change, because like I was saying in the beginning of the reading, I do feel, the title of the reading, not the beginning of the reading, but the title of the reading, there's change happening, right? And like I was saying in the beginning of the reading, with the Hanged Man, that is representing a lack of change, a lack of movement. So this is telling me that there is progression. This is just confirmation that we're talking about the changes. And then we have the Nine of Cups, and this is happiness, okay? This is being extremely content and happy and satisfied. So these three cards, you guys, are really the only cards that I feel like are relevant to the evolution that's taking place in your life, the major changes that's taking place. This next chapter of your life, there's love. There is some type of Emperor masculine energy either coming into your life or you are invoking this energy from within yourself. And then there's so much happiness and contentness. Like, these are literally the only three cards that are super, because again, this is just representing change, which the whole reading is about change. So, like, we're not going to, because we're talking about a reading about change. And these two cards feel like energy from the past. Because again, the Hanged Man is a lack of movement. The Five of Cups is disappointment. So it feels like we are evolving from being extremely disappointed in our life or extremely sad or depressed over particular situations that have fallen apart. But it's almost like, and then we're going through like a waiting period where we're like, oh my God, why is everything not working out for me? Why is this my life? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? And then it's like things are changing through love. Things are changing perhaps through taking initiative and standing up for yourself and choosing to take a more aggressive or leadership role in your life. And then there's like this happiness, this peace. All right, so I think I want to go ahead and pull some confirmation cards for you guys. Can I get some confirmation for group number 2? Confirmation. This is being lonely. This is sadness. This is prosperity struggles. So again, I think that this is referencing your past. We have the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Swords. This is anxiety, depression, sleepless nights. Again, I think that's where you guys were at. And I'm putting that over there because, again, I feel like I already stated both of those things already. So we're going to continue to shuffle. I feel like the cards are just repeating. It's like the first two cards that came out are like representing, sadness, depression, financial struggles, being alone, feeling forgotten, feeling like nobody cares. The Hanged Man, we're stuck in this energy for a while. Things aren't moving. Things aren't progressing. Let's see what comes out after the Hanged Man. Can I get a message? Guys, like the tarot is just repeating itself. Like these are different cards, but the tarot is 100% just repeating itself. The Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups, you guys, is literally an energy of an overflow of emotion. This is love coming in. This is an offer of love. So, again, I just feel like there is this energy here of you guys being extremely disappointed, sad, going through heartbreak, going through a lot of loneliness, perhaps dealing with financial struggles, dealing with anxiety, dealing with depression, being stuck in this energy for a cycle, for a season, for a time, and feeling exhausted, okay? And then something is coming in and breaking through this Hanged Man energy. And then we are literally stepping into so much more love, so much more prosperity, so much more happiness. I think that's so cute that the tarot essentially just reiterated what it already said. So anyways, let's go ahead and move on. Okay, we have sacrifice. What can you let go of? What can you let go of, group number 2? I think that this is the key to releasing yourself from the Hanged Man, right? Like, what are we hung up on? What are we stuck on? What is holding us back? I don't think this is going to be an easy question for a lot of you, or an easy answer, I guess I should say, for a lot of you. But I do feel like there is something that is holding you back. There's something that's preventing you from letting go of the cycle. There's something that's preventing you from moving forward. I think in order to experience the love, the happiness, this Emperor energy, this Two of Cups energy, this Ace of Cups energy, this Nine of Cups energy, I think it's a requirement that we let go. Let me go ahead and try to get confirmation on that. Can I get some confirmation for group 2 on what exactly needs to be let go of in order for them to move on from this chapter? What is group 2? Competition, fighting, competition, anger, aggression. This also talks about passion. Okay. We have Mosaic, and it says, let chance play a creative role in your life. Let chance play a creative role in your life. So the way that I would see this, group number 2, essentially, I feel like this is talking about, right? Like, allow life to unfold the way that it's going to unfold. I see this as an energy of you guys accepting things as they are instead of trying to like micromanage or control or be like, this is exactly how A, B, and C needs to work out in order for me to move forward. Sometimes I think that there's perfection in imperfections. There's perfection in just doing something and figuring it out as you go. So allow chance to play a creative role in your life, you guys, because things may work out better than you originally planned. I always say this. I feel like the universe is far more creative than we are. God, spirit, whatever you want to call it, is far more creative than we are. And I feel like when we kind of just throw our hand up and say, okay, like, I don't know what I'm doing, but like, you got me. So let's just move forward and whatever happens, happens. I feel like life turns out more beautiful that way. I feel like when I started experiencing the most happiness in my life is kind of when I just started being like, okay, well, I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna let the universe do whatever it wants with me. And like, if things work out, great. If they don't, I guess I'll just figure it out. But let chance play a creative role in your life. We also have the Lizard here, and this is renewal. Okay, so again, going back to this Hanged Man, we are going to have to sacrifice our old skin, you guys, in order to step into our new, right? If we never find, or if we never have the ability to let go, if we never have the ability to release our old previous skin, like, we are going to be stuck in that skin. We're not going to be able to move forward. We're not going to be able to release. And I feel like what you guys, like the change that's happening in your guys' life is, again, more so has to do with like having love in your life, having real love in your life. For some of you, again, it could be stepping into power. And when I say power, I don't mean like you're going to become a king, but I mean like having more control over your day-to-day. But we can't do that if we're holding on to the past. We can't do that if we're holding on to our dead skin. We've got butterfly, and this is transform. And same thing with the freaking butterfly, guys. Like, a caterpillar cannot turn into a butterfly if it's like, oh no, but I'm so scared to like not be a caterpillar anymore. I don't want to go into the chrysalis and emulsify. Like, that doesn't sound fun. That sounds scary. Change is scary, right? Change always sounds scary. And it's in our human nature to crave stability, to crave consistency, to have a desire to move in a direction that's like consistent with what we are already familiar with. But that's not going to provide you with the happiest life. That's not going to provide you with the most evolution, growth, right? So big rewards require big sacrifices. Personally, if I was a caterpillar, I'd be terrified to go into a dark little chrysalis and emulsify. However, like, if I wanted my wings, like, that's what I would have to do. So I just see this as you guys needing to be willing to let go of your old self, be willing to let go of your old life, because without doing so, like, you're not going to be able to fly, right? You're not going to be able to cut yourself down from this hanged man energy. And truly, you guys, like, being the hanged man being here is really a key component, I feel like, to this message, because in staying in this cycle, in not letting go, you are experiencing disappointment. You're going to continue to experience anxiety. You're going to continue to experience feeling alone, feeling forgotten, feeling like nobody cares. You're going to experience perhaps even financial struggles for some of you. So it's like, yeah, all of this, what we're holding on to is familiar and it may feel comfortable, but it's holding you back. We have a child. This again could be representing a renewal of sorts. I also see this as innocence, like stepping into this new phase with fresh eyes, not having knowledge of the journey that we have ahead. Expectations. Okay. Oh, my nose. There could be expectations, you guys, coming from other people. This could also be your expectations. I need confirmation on this. Like, what is this expectations even meaning? Like, are our expectations too high? Like, do we need to change our expectations? What's the expectations? Can I get a message on the maturity? Okay, so we need to have mature expectations. Mature expectations. Okay, because the King of Cups is emotional maturity, right? He's somebody who is extremely emotionally mature. That is where his power lies. So perhaps like moving forward with mature, emotionally mature expectations is the best course of action. We have a shadow work card here. This says, superficial, you care too much about outward appearances. Start with your inner work, your values, your self-esteem, your personality. Okay, so there's a message here, you guys, about being afraid to turn around, being afraid to start again, being afraid to shed that old skin, right? There's fear in that. And I think there's fear in that, again, because like perhaps it doesn't look good on the outside. Perhaps we're scared of judgment from other people, but there's fear around this renewal. And you guys need to know that like it doesn't matter. Like other people's opinions, I'm not even just saying this just to say this, you guys, like other people's opinions, dead ass, I'm so sorry. Please don't get mad at me, YouTube. Don't matter though. Like they literally don't matter. Like not even a little freaking tiny bit. The people that matter are like the people who love you, the people who are in your life. But like, if you want to go outside and make a cringy TikTok, go outside and make a freaking cringy TikTok and people are looking at you, who cares? Like they are so unimportant. They do not matter in the grand scheme of your life. And I'm not saying that in a like, oh, hate all people, like people suck, like don't care about people. Yeah, care about people in a collective type of way. But like when it comes to you and your personal decisions and how you are operating in your life, I promise you, other people do not matter. Your happiness, you living your life the way that you want to live your life is what matters, okay? We have transition. And again, this is just confirmation, you guys, that we're talking about a transition taking place in your life. Like this is not confirming anything. This is not telling me what's transitioning. This is just saying there is a transition. And again, for a lot of you, based on the tarot, it seems to me that there's a transition in your love life. There's a transition with your personal relationships. There's evolution happening, and this evolution is scary. This evolution isn't necessarily something that we're like, ooh, I feel so warm and fuzzy about it. It's scary, it's spooky. It's not something that we are like running towards, but it's something we should be running. Oh, I'm sorry about the wire. It's something we should be running towards. Listening, okay? I'm sorry I'm itching myself so much, you guys. I am having such bad allergies. With this listening, this is learning. I know it says listening, but this is learning, right? Like, we learn the most when we listen. We learn the most when we open our ears, versus when we open our mouths, like, we're not learning that much. Opening your ears is how you learn. So I do see this as you guys learning, which makes sense to me considering the fact that there is so much evolution taking place. There's so much confirming that you guys are evolving. And again, I feel like this could have to do with your personal relationships, like learning to listen, learning to be more patient, trying to hear somebody out. Pilgrim, opportunities, growth. Okay, so you guys are having opportunities to grow in your personal relationships. For some of you, you're having opportunities to grow financially, but I feel like this is more so, again, with our personal relationships, having opportunities to grow. We have the cartographer, and this says crossroads and exploration. Okay, some of you guys may be, when I see this exploration, I'm not seeing this as like a move, but I am seeing this as exploring, like opening our mind up to new ideas, opening our mind up to new possibilities. I'm also almost seeing this, you guys, as an energy. For some reason, I'm feeling like some of you guys are going to take up like reading philosophy. Perhaps some of you guys are going to be getting into Buddhism. This really is feeling more philosophical than like actual exploration, you guys, or actually like traveling. Although it could be actually traveling or like physically traveling. I do feel like traveling is really healthy for people, especially people in North America. I feel like especially need to travel and experience new cultures because we are essentially the capital and have no understanding of like how other people in other parts of the world live. We have the Skull of Stars, and this is infinite possibilities. So again, like I'm seeing this as you guys opening your minds up in a really profound way. It's feeling like we're opening our minds up to new ways of thought, new ways of thinking, new ways of digesting information. Can I get a message for group? Okay, for the like 5th time, guys, you guys are for sure group number 2. You picked group 2. And you're wondering, am I even going through a transformation? The answer is yes, because you guys have transition and transformation so many freaking times in this reading, and I think it's so funny. We have productivity. All right, you guys are being extremely productive. We also have Cancer here twice. That is really interesting to me. I don't know. I just found that interesting. I don't have anything else to say about that. I find it interesting, though. We have grounding as well. Grounding yourself. I want a unicorn card so bad. Hold on. Oh no. Okay, guys, bear with me. Bear with me. Okay. Can I please get perfect. Flow. Find an easier path forward. Surrender the outcome. Release your expectations. You know what? Thank you. Thank you so much. Whoever is around who's telling me to get the unicorn deck, I appreciate that, because honestly, this expectation card really did have me stumped. I was like, expectation? Like, what are we talking about? This is confirming it. Find an easier path forward. Surrender the outcome. Release your expectations, okay? We've got cycles as well, and it says everything has its right time. Honor the cycle of your body. Tune into the moon's, I was gonna say the woman's magic. Tune into the moon's magic. Or the woman's magic, you know? Tune into your womanly power. We love that. That is, again, just talking about the transition and the cycles that you guys are going through. we have leadership, okay? And it says, step into your leadership, share your message, inspire and empower others. This is the Emperor showing up again. So a part of the change and transition that's taking place, guys, is again, you are stepping into more of a leadership role in your life. That does not mean you are going to be running a business. That does not mean that you're going to be the leader of the world, but you are having more control over your life. You are leading the direction of your life. We have past life as well. Stop it, guys. Release your past life karma. You're an old soul with deep wisdom. Healing your past lives will raise your vibration. Okay, I don't feel like I talk about my personal beliefs, like my personal spiritual beliefs very often on the channel, but I do. This is something I really, really do believe in, you guys. Past lives is something I stand very firmly on in regards to my beliefs. I really do feel, and I want to change the wording of this a little bit. I don't necessarily think that we are meant to, how do I say that? Your past life matters, but it doesn't matter in the context of like, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, you cannot go back and change a past life. You are not conscious. Most of you are not conscious of your past life. So like, that doesn't hold any weight for you. I think this is more so important in regards to what I was talking about in the beginning of this reading, of shedding that skin, letting go of the old you. There is a past life in this very life that you have to let go of. Release the old you, grieve the old you, welcome in the new version of yourself. I need to get a love card, you guys, because there is that Two of Cups, and I don't know, I'm feeling shuffly for you guys. We have release your ex. Time has come to clear your energy. That's something some of you need to release. Not all of you, but some of you. The ones who keep waiting for his text message. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Always be honest and open about how you're feeling, you guys. Life is too short to pretend to be like, I'm too cool. My ego's too big. I can't express that I'm in love with you. Like, if you feel a certain way, you feel a certain way. And I think expressing that is important. Can I get... Okay. I'm so grateful for you, my love. You give so freely without condition. Life is an endless flow of blessings because of your great love. So, I would see that connected to the Two of Cups, you guys, right? The happiness. My life is better because you are in it. And there is somebody out there, you guys, who's going to love you that much, who truly does view their life as more fulfilling, as more beautiful, as more exciting and bright with you in it, okay? So that's what I have for you guys, group number 2. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. I really do appreciate it. I hope that you guys have an amazing, amazing rest of your day. I'm sending you so much love, and that is all I got. So, bye. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your guys' reading. Let's go ahead, you guys, and get started. If you're looking for a personal reading, I do have personal readings available in the description box. If they're out of stock, you guys, you can go ahead and message me on Etsy, and I will set you up with something. Interesting. You got a lot of ace cards. Okay. Okay. I was looking for another deck, but it's fine. Let's go ahead and roll the dice first. We have Virgo and Aquarius. Hello, Virgo. Hello, Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising. Libra and Scorpio. Hello, Libra. Hello, Scorpio. Gemini and Capricorn. Hello, Gemini. Hello, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, you guys. So I think what is happening for you, group number 3, is mental clarity. The significant changes that are taking place in your life is like your mental health is improving, okay? We have the 9 of Swords. This is the first card that is showing up for you, and this is a sign of mental disarray, struggling with your mental health, sadness, depression, anxiety, being fearful, right? And sometimes these things need to be dealt with by a doctor, and I am a huge promoter of like going to see a doctor when it's necessary to see a doctor. Oh my god, my nose, I'm about to sneeze. I need to go see a doctor for my allergies. Anyways, this is sleepless nights, anxiety, depression, okay? And I'm seeing this as like receiving relief from that, perhaps receiving relief from any type of, I don't want to say worries or concerns, but it almost is like an alleviation of fear is what I'm feeling. Because I know this is presenting itself, again, like the Nine of Swords, this is anxiety, sleepless nights, but it's representing, or it's coming up to me as like fear. We have the Sun as well, and the Sun is representing success, happiness, the clouds, right? Moving away, receiving clarity. This is success, you guys. So I'm just seeing this overall as like your mental state improving vastly. We also have the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is talking about an overflow of emotion. This is love coming in. This is being able to feel and experience emotions in a really beautiful manner. We also have the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles is talking about a golden opportunity that is being presented to you. We have the Three of Pentacles. This is working really well with other people. I'm going through these cards quickly, you guys, because honestly, like, I'm wanting to get a better understanding of exactly what is changing. Again, I do feel like it has a lot to do with your mental state. I think emotionally you're going to be doing better. Financially, you're going to be doing better. You're going to be able to work well with other people in a more productive manner. We also have the Moon. So there's clarity, okay? There's clarity coming in. So perhaps you guys are getting a better understanding of like why you've been reacting, or why you've been feeling depressed, why you've been feeling sad, why you've been going through what it is you've been going through, or why you've been internally struggling. You may have a better understanding of like why. There may also be clarity coming into your life from your personal relationships, you guys, okay? The Moon comes in to create or to bring light into the darkness, right? So I want to get some confirmation on these cards, just because again, like I don't necessarily feel like this is giving me the straight point. Okay, perfect. Can I please get an understanding of the confirmation? Stop it, guys. Okay, we have the Sun again. So I did shuffle off camera today, as you guys can tell, but the fact that the Sun is coming up to confirm that the Sun is supposed to be here, you guys need to know that help is on the way. You guys need to know that better days are to come. The changes that are happening in your life is the clouds are leaving, okay? The heaviness is gone. The weight is going to be lifted. You guys are moving in a direction that is going to be more productive. You're moving in a direction that is going to be lighter. There's going to be solutions that come with more ease. I see this overall as you guys experiencing more happiness and again, more success. The clouds are rolling away. And I feel like that Nine of Swords is representing the clouds in your life. So confirmation of the Sun. We have the Magician here. Okay, so I think that you guys are waking up to the fact, or you're waking up to the realization that you have the tools that you need in front of you to be successful. You have what you need in front of you to move away from this darkness, or to move away from this heavy energy. You have the ability to transform your life, okay? This is waking up and recognizing like, hey, I'm in control. I have the power. I can make a difference. I can make a change. For some of you, this may have to do with your health. This may have to do with your health. This may have to do with your financial state. But I'm just seeing this as like realizing like, whoa. Like I have the tools. Why am I sitting here in misery? Why am I sitting here allowing myself to suffer? There's nuance to every conversation, you guys. I'm aware that not everybody has the tools. Not everybody has the ability. But this card would indicate that those of you who picked pile 3, you guys do have the tools. You guys do have the ability to make your life better. You guys do have the ability to kind of roll away those clouds. Now, I'm saying that, but I think it's extremely important that you guys are aware of the fact that we also have the Seven of Rings here. And the Seven of Rings is representing an energy of hard work and effort, okay? So although you have this beautiful Magician card, you are the magician, you are magic, you are capable of creating your reality. However, you're going to have to put in effort. You're going to have to collaborate, okay? You're not going to be able to have this Sun come out if you're like, I'm just going to sit here. and wait and hope that things get better. Like, this is requiring action, you guys. The Seven of Rings requires action, okay? We have the Three of Swords. Some of you are recovering from heartbreak. Some of you are trying to recover from heartbreak, or some of you have been trying to recover from heartbreak for a really long time, but that is what this is representing, heartbreak. We also have the Nine of Cups. This is happiness, a blessing, a dream come true, a wish fulfillment, okay? All right, let's go ahead and move on to the oracle cards. We have Oblivion, and this is open your arms, okay? So opening up your arms to the possibilities of the future, opening up your arms to love, to happiness, to the blessings that are like right there. I oftentimes see this card as like, again, this is very much the Magician energy of like, you have the tools that you need, but it's up to you to open your arms and accept. Right? Like, if you're going to continue to keep your arms closed and you're not in an energy of receiving, it's going to be very difficult for you to receive, right? It's like the analogy I want to give. It's like trying to order something from Amazon and constantly like switching your address, like moving every other week and being like, well, why aren't they giving me my package? And it's like, well, girly, you're not at a proper address. You keep flip-flopping. Or it's like applying for a job and getting accepted to go work for a company and then never showing up for work and being like, why didn't they pay me? Like, why are they not paying me? Like, I got the job. Like, where's my money? It's that type of vibe. It's like, okay, well, if you are wanting to receive your blessing, if you're wanting to receive what it is you're asking for, like, you have to put yourself in a position to receive. You have to utilize what's in front of you. We also have transform the way that you see. There's so much power in changing your perspective. There's so much power in changing your perspective. And it's not to say that you can't look at life and be like, oh, well, this is wrong and this is wrong and this is making it harder for me. Like, you can recognize the shortcomings that you've been given or the circumstances that you're in aren't favorable. Like, you can recognize that and still not allow it to control your outcome. You can recognize that and still say like, okay, although I recognize that I'm not in the best position, like, I'm still going to try to make the best of my situation, or I'm still going to try to change my perspective for the better so that I could make change, so that I can evolve. So I see this as, you guys, your perspective is changing, and I think that this is powerful for you because I think this is providing you opportunities to grow and to expand in a prosperous way. Oftentimes, the thing that is holding people back the most is their perspective, is their own self. Like, we tend to be our biggest hurdle in life. Obviously, again, there's nuance to every conversation. I know that's not always the case, but oftentimes that is the case. We have Crown. This is accomplishment. See, like, you guys are receiving this accomplishment. You guys are stepping into a phase where, like, the sun is coming out for you twice. You guys have success. For some of you, you're graduating. For some of you, you are landing that dream job. You're getting, oh my gosh, some of you are putting offers on houses and you're getting the house that you're wanting. And you're like, yes, I worked so hard for this. I'm so happy. Some of you are getting married. There's this energy here of like, I've worked so hard for this. And like, finally I get my day in the sun. But you have to utilize, again, like, this is requiring you to utilize what's in front of you. Some of you are wanting to start like a social media or a business, and this is going to require a lot of hard work. This is going to require perhaps difficulty, but I do believe in changing our perspective and utilizing the tools that are in front of us. You guys are receiving your accomplishment. Oh my God, this is so funny. We have the Cloud. This is revelation. I think this is so funny. I mean, I've been talking about the clouds this whole time because you do have the sun here twice, which is representing happiness, success, prosperity. So it's interesting to me that the cloud's here, right? I'm not going to say much about it. I think that you guys, again, are receiving clarity. There is something that you are opening your eyes up to, and this is playing a role in your ability to move forward and like again, bring that sun out and experience the happiness, the success. We have a gift coming into your life as well. Group number, so sorry about that, you guys. Group number 3. We also have marriage, okay? Some of you guys, I already said this though. Like, I literally just said this. Some of you guys are getting married. Some of you guys are opening up a business. Some of you guys are signing contracts that are life-changing, okay? This is a life-changing contract. Whether it works out for the long haul or doesn't, it's a life-changing contract regardless. I want to get some shuffles in, guys. Can I get a message? We have patience. Pause before you take action. Trust that divine timing is at work. Be patient whilst you wait. Yeah, but also I think you guys should take action. Like, we have abundance here, and this says enjoy the bounty of life. Your supplies, unlimited blessings are coming to you, which is like 100% you guys, because you literally have the sun here twice. You have the sun here twice. You have the magician here. Like, you have the 7 of rings. And I know some people don't like the 7 of rings because it's like, oh, I'm going to have to work hard for this. But working hard for this is leading to so much abundance, so much beauty. Like, you guys, if you had to put in like 6 months of work to become a millionaire, and I know it doesn't take 6 months, but let's say for the next 6 months, you did absolutely everything that you promised yourself you would do. You would wake up at 6 a.m., you'd go to the gym, you'd work on your side hustle, you would study, you would do this, you do like 6 months of your life. If you just took 6 months of your life and really poured your entire self, your entire being into your goals, into your aspirations, into what you're wanting to achieve, you can accomplish so much in 6 months, you guys. Like, I swear it's insane how much you can accomplish in 6 months. So there is abundance available for you guys, group number 3. I think it's just a matter of you, again, putting pen to paper and being like, I'm doing this. Like, we're not talking about it anymore. We're doing it. I'm sorry. I do have more cards here that I shuffled earlier for you guys, but I just feel like I want to like freestyle shuffle for a second. Passion. All right, indulging in your passions, indulging in your desires. We have cleanse here as well. I always think a nice cleanse, a nice little blue sage, Mount Shasta sage, a little cleanse, a little salt. Okay, a salt bath. Get into the ocean, actually. If you guys are near an ocean, go jump into the ocean if you're wanting a nice little refresh. Okay, I'll just go back to these. We have change. Okay, so I don't think that this is change that is tragic. I think this is actually really positive change. I think it's change that's also bringing through a lot of wisdom for you guys. We have celebration. See, this is the thing. Group number freaking 3. Like, there's so much goodness coming into your life. And I feel like for most of you, this is financial. Like, I feel like for most of you, you are working really hard financially. Again, here's the thing though, like, we do have marriage, so I can't ignore the fact that there's contracts here. I think if you guys are getting married, or if you are falling in love and meeting someone, it's very possible that this person is playing a role in your financial abundance increasing. It doesn't mean that they are rich, but it could mean that they are motivating you to work harder. It could mean that together you guys are choosing to collaborate on a project that's ultimately going to bring you abundance. But regardless of what's going on, guys, like, I feel like financially this group specifically is doing extremely well, and those are the changes taking place in your life. I also want to say this. For some of you, this change can be a bit overwhelming. And it's like this weird combination of like sour sweet. It's this weird combination of like drinking something that feels very sour but also very sweet. It's like, I'm so happy that I have this success, or I'm so happy that like I'm moving in this direction, but also there's something that we're sad about. Don't get caught up in this, you guys. And again, perhaps this is why your perspective needs to change, because our perspective truly is everything. Don't be sad something has ended. Be happy that it happened, and know that moving forward, right? Like, this is all happening for a reason, and moving forward, I feel like there's so many blessings for you. There's reason to celebrate. There's reason to get excited. We have the botanist. This is parenthood and legacy. I feel like, are we all pregnant? Like, what is happening? Am I pregnant? Why is this continuing? I feel like in every single reading I've done so far, we have like parenthood in some way, shape, or form, which I just think is interesting. But the botanist legacy. Some of us are popping out daisies. We have the guide. This is inheritances and correction. Okay, some of you guys may be receiving money from an inheritance, or some of you guys may be inheriting a property of some sorts. Okay. Gifted, perhaps. Maybe it's not inherited. Maybe it's gifted, because we do have the gift here. I think... Okay, some of you guys are starting a business, or you're starting a social media account, and you're looking at this as like your baby. Okay, some of you this is a literal baby, some of you this is a pet, a dog, a cat, and that's your baby. But like you guys are, this group is stepping into parenthood, and for some of you it's literally like taking care of another living being, but for others of you it's like you're nourishing your career. You're babying your career. The Smith, overthinking, taking action. Talk about Virgo problems, okay? Overthinking and taking action. Do not allow your mind or your overthinking to prevent you from moving forward. I think this is obviously really important for everybody here, because I do think action's playing a big role in you guys receiving your prosperity. We have the Vampire as well, and this is emotional intelligence. So I see this as making very calculated moves. When I think about a vampire, I think about somebody who's extremely intelligent just in general. Calculated, someone who's very calculated, seductive. I know how to get what I want, and I'll be vicious about it. Like, I will dig my teeth into you to get what I want. So perhaps we are invoking our energy of the vampire. Love that. I mean, don't literally like rip into somebody, but all right. Can I get some final messages for group? Free yourself. Okay, do not confine yourself in a box. Don't put yourself in a box. Again, changing your perspective may be very progressive for this. Give your relationship a chance. Because this is not a love reading, you guys, give your relationship a chance could mean like give your desires, your dreams a chance, right? Doesn't just need to be a relationship. And then we have pay attention to the red flags. Again, this is not a relationship reading, so this could be in reference to making bad business agreements. Pay attention when you are seeing something that seems off. Listen to your gut. Listen to your intuition. Okay. Hold on, guys. I want to go ahead and pull a shadow work card for you. And then I will let you guys go, group number 3. Can I get a final message? Obsessiveness. Write down what you're obsessing over and realize that it's emotionally draining you. Oh, so some of you guys are being held back by obsessive thoughts. Some of you guys are being held back by thoughts that are just weighing you down and not helping in regards to your progression forward. We also have suspiciousness. Suspiciousness is an equality. No, I'm sorry. Is a quality of distrust and disbelief. Give yourself reasons why you feel this. Suspiciousness. Anxiety, fear. I think it's good to be suspicious. I think it's positive to be. Maybe this is for me. It's a quality of distrust and disbelief. So this is asking you essentially to have more trust, to ask yourself, like, why am I being suspicious of this opportunity? Why am I being overly cautious? Is it my intuition or is it my anxiety? I think that's always an important thing to ask ourselves. Okay. I'm going to get an astrology card and then I will let you guys, I know I said I was going to let you guys go after that, but I want to get one more. Can I get an astrology card? The 9th house. This is the house of spirituality, faith, travel, okay? The mind, foreign knowledge. So when I see this, you guys, I think it's really important that you stay connected to your spiritual path, to your practices, to your beliefs. I also think this is, again, in reference to changing your perspective or transforming the way that you see, opening your eyes, opening your mind to the potential of being wrong or to the potential of maybe things aren't the way that I originally thought they were. And that's okay. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to evolve your thoughts, your beliefs. But that is what I have for you guys. Group number 3. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to read for you today. I appreciate you. I love you the most. And I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Okay. Bye.